Okay, greetings, patriots, starseeds, light workers, and of course our brave military. Now I'm going to continue on with this and bring you up to date exactly what's happening and how this whole thing's going to unfold. And what we're seeing now or reporting now is going to happen worldwide. So the system that we're seeing and how they're attacking it, and let me just read this out to you and then we'll decode it, okay? Now, there are missing billions, and their trafficking networks are all being discovered. And Putin now speaks directly with Trump, okay, while the European are sidelines. All the Europeans and anything to do with the globalists are being all sidelines. So they're all being cut off of the actual the powers that are completely being taken over from this. And when they don't have that information, they're basically in the dark. Now, Zelensky is no longer their hero. He is a liability, and we knew that was coming, okay? Now, remember, as the day of this illusion was broke, and that was August the 18th, the day of all this illusion has been broken. Their backs were broken. Trump made it clear the war machine is shutting down, and it's shutting down fast as of August the 18th. The laundering racket is over. The puppeteers behind the Kiev are being exposed. Now that's what they wanted to do. They wanted to find out who all the puppeteers were behind the Ukraine Kiev war machine that was there. Trump holds the hammer, and today he swung it straight into the heart of the global elite's biggest scam, which was Ukraine, okay? Now, Trump said to take command in the war room, and which is now being he's working close with his Earth Alliance generals, okay? And they're going to be taking down the, hot spots that are in the United States. Now, these globalists are all being cornered. They're trying to find ways out. They're trying to negotiate. That's why you had this team of Europeans from the EU come over. And that's why Carney never showed up, because he's already been, basically put in a chair and strapped down and say, shut up and say nothing. So, he knows his fate. The day the deep state begins to fall, now, everything that's going on right now is a takedown. It's not, you're not going to see it or hear about it on mainstream media. This is all stuff that is being done covertly. So, if a lot of people are out there screaming, we're not seeing it, we don't believe it. And, quite frankly, I really don't care. We know, the patriots with the intuition that knows what's going on, that's been following me, knows exactly what's going on and how this thing is being taken down. Don't think for 1 minute things are not happening, okay? Because there's lots of things happening. And we have control of what's going on right now. And this will continue, not just in the United States, but this is going to continue throughout the world, right? All right, so now since 2020, Trump's multinational military alliance and of Space Force, loyal National Guards, units, Marine intelligence, and partners from Brazil, Hungary, Poland, and Argentina were targeting financial networks, media blackouts, and NGOs. They were raiding the globalist cartel empire. And that was the big, empire, the big crystal buildings and their bank operations that were all coming down. That's since 2020. And that's when, the Biden administration taken over. So there was two power structures going on there. There were, one structure was incriminating themselves by doing all this stuff and exposing everything, and they were, and the Global Alliance was collecting evidence on that. Meanwhile, what evidence they did have and they knew, they were executing on that and taking them down. Now, black site extractions, and we're hunting down elites across the United States, and the drug routes were all being taken out, have been executed for over 26 high-level raids across the United States and the territories. Compromised embassies were being raided, and maritime cartel hubs being also raided. There have been arrests of global elites around the world continuously. Judges, CEOs, and diplomats all being taken down because they're all guilty. And former intelligence operatives who protected the cartel trafficking empires built by Sinaloa, the MS-13, the Tren del Largo, and more. Most of these were cartels. The mission is to dismantle elite-run drug corridors, capture cartel command, terminate CIA protection networks, and intercept minor and other things I can't say on that. The black markets and choke the cartel's profit flowing into the globalist, from the globalist NGOs and other elite operations. The deployment of, I'm sorry, let's just move on to this. Now, there's compounds in New York, Maritimes, and seizures off the coast of California are all being taken down. Now, you're going to hear a lot of libtards out there that just don't get it, and mostly it's on TikTok, and they're letting them spew whatever they want to spew. It's misguided information. They're screaming that Trump is attacking the, our democracy. He's the worst president in the world and whatever. And we're going to have to just let them run with it, because it's all about exposure. It's all about exposing themselves, okay? So they're the ones that, when they're screaming and hollering what Trump is doing, he's instilling law and order again, and they don't seem to get it, and this is all about a part of the sting operation. Patriots have to sit back and watch them self-destruct because of really telling the world who they really are, and how much they are against what's happening right now. We know that Trump is saving thousands and thousands and thousands of children's lives. Now, I don't know how far they want to run with this. I don't know how long this is going to take, but I do know that there will be a worldwide staged event. Now, I like, onto another topic. I'm listening very closely to what Ishmael Perez is saying right now about what the galactics and the 3 solar flashes that are coming. This is all coinciding with everything else that's happening out there. And, let's look at the the big picture, I guess you want to say, is the corrupt, demonic evil is being sucked out of the planet, and it's all being exposed right now. And yes, there is growing pains through that. And Ricardo Bossi came up with a good analogy with what is happening and where we're at and what stage we are right now in this flushing, the flushing of the evil of this planet. And it's about the Twin Towers and what stage we are at. Okay, we're in the midst of the falling of the towers, and it's all crashing down at this stage. And it's about to hit the bottom very, very quickly here, with all this debris and everything, okay? But in those ashes, you know, once we get through that, that old debris will be cleared out, disposed of, and we will have new foundations coming up inside that. Now, I know it sounds like it's going to take a long time, but really not. What's been going on here is going actually quite fast. We're seeing bigger and, you know, more exposure every day. Yes, we are in the crashing mode situation, and I believe that, you know, these are, you know, their empires have already crashed to the ground. Okay, now what has been, you know, what all the debris that has been blown out from that ground are the elites, you know, flying, you know, and exposing themselves in that debris. Okay, and that's what is, they're the ones that are flying around there, and for everything that they're saying, and all their little handlers and NPCs and libtards, they're all being exposed. And you know, let them, because Space Force is, you know, I mean, Space Force is a huge data mining operation along with the NSA. Everything is being controlled, and you know, the main things, what they're trying to do right now is take down the most serious villains, I guess you can say, that are doing the most destruction throughout the world, and that's who they're trying to take down. So they're working their way, you know, from the head down on the snake and taking it piece by piece, as I had mentioned before. So we're not, you know, we're not out of the woods yet, but, you know, we have collapsed the whole system, and that's the objective, is collapsing the whole system. And anybody that is against collapsing this demonic, corrupt system is part of the system, okay? And they will be dealt with, or have to, at the very least, answer some very, very serious questions about why their, you know, ideology is the way it is. So, you know, we have to, you know, in the meantime, we have to protect ourselves, protect our families from all the, you know, foods that are, got to take care of ourselves in our food intake. We got to really watch, you know, stay away from the hospitals the way they are. We got to wait and be patient. I hear the med beds are very, very close to being rolled out. I hear the money is happening very, very closely. I don't think that, you know, a good thing in there that I heard the other day about the money is that Trump's military, U.S. Military is pulled out of Iraq, because that means that the Iraq has paid Trump back for what he was wanting. So he's got a pile of money coming in there, and a lot of people, he's winning basically every court case out there. So a lot of money's coming into his coffers, you know, by himself, and he's, you know, and of course you got the libtards out there bitching because he wants to do, you know, a big add-on to his, you know, to the White House with his own money. You know, that's how much money he's got, you know, coming in. He wants to do a nice big ballroom, whatever it is. I don't know exactly the whole story behind that, the backstory on it, but, you know, the libtards are exposing themselves for bitching at Trump for wanting to put his own money to you know, to beautify the White House more. I don't get it. I mean, this is, you know, but that's they are NPCs. They are programmed to, you know, give out false information and you know, keep their discernment and their, you know, cognitive dissonance and their narrative, you know, alive. And while they're doing that, they're all being exposed. So yeah, we're in, you know, we're in the dust right now. We're in the debris of the globalist collapse right now, but the dust will clear eventually. And, you know, like I says, we're just about through the month of August here now, And I just will continue doing what I do. And I want everybody out there to continue doing what they're doing to help themselves and help their friends and family, and spread the good news that, you know, we have got this under control. It's just, all it is watching many arrests that are coming because of what has happened or what they have done to humanity. All right. Anyways, everybody have a great day, and we'll see you on the next one.